Massachusetts teen pleads guilty to a racist attempt drowning during which victim was allegedly called George Floyd. A Massachusetts teen has pleaded guilty after he allegedly attempted to drown a black juvenile in a Cape Cod pond in 2023. John Sheeran, 15, who is white, pleaded guilty to charges of attempted murder and assault with a dangerous weapon. The Barnstable Juvenile Court Clerk's office confirms to People. He was charged by prosecutors as a youthful offender, which means he could be sentenced as an adult by a judge per the Cape Cod Times. Sheeran entered his guilty plea on December 13th and is awaiting sentencing on February 5th per the clerk's office. According to prosecutors, Sheeran, along with another white juvenile, met up with victim at Goose Pond in Chatham on July 19th, 2023. Prosecutors said the victim put on his life jacket and told the two other teens that he couldn't swim before entering the pond. The three teens entered the water together, and Sheeran proceeded to pull on the victim's life jacket and submerged him underwater 4 to 5 times, causing the victim's breathing distress. According to the Cape and Island District Attorney's Office press release, the third juvenile laughed at the victim during the attempted drowning and referred to the victim as George Floyd. I also heard that he also used the N-word with him as well when all this was going on. And that's what made it even worse for him. You know what I mean? And the kid, I guess he couldn't swim, and a bystander had to intervene to help him out. And they said when the police came up that they were laughing about it like it was a big joke.
The cops were?
No, the people who were trying to dunk him under the water.
Yeah, they probably thought it was funny because
kids are kids sometimes.
And I said it on the last episode, and I'm gonna keep saying it. When people hate you like that just because of the color of your skin, you need to just kill them. Get your get back. Because look, they was trying to kill this kid and laughing about it, calling him George Floyd and racist shit. How much shit you gonna take? What, they gonna get the family online and be like, oh, we forgive them? You gonna forgive them? Huh? You gonna forgive them for being themselves? I'm telling you, bro, like sometimes some people gotta be gone for good. Like Dr. Umar said. I mean, this is a horrible story.
It's a horrible story, man. It's racially motivated. That's the biggest thing. Because the reason why they're saying George Floyd, because he kept saying, I can't breathe. And he's saying, I can't swim. They knew he couldn't swim. This was like, you shouldn't be getting in the water anyways with kids who these ain't really your friends, but a lot of people can't determine who their friends are, even as adults. So imagine what you can't do as a kid. This kid was like basically on an island truly by himself, you know what I mean, with kids who have learned behavior that we're going to see a lot more of over the next 4 years.
You know, it's sad too. It's like, depending on where you live at in America and where your parents move you to, you have no other kind of option but to hang out with these kind of racist kids. Like I grew up with a lot of racist kids and I didn't realize, I've seen it. I see like sparks and stuff of it, but I knew something was up because we'd all be doing the same thing. And I'd be the only person getting in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. That's why I tell my kids, I'm like, yo, bro, watch out who you hang out with because they're going to do something and you're going to be the one in trouble.
You're going to be the one to be looked at funny for because you're the only one with a little melanin in your skin. People think that, like I said, I had a conversation with, a cousin of mine and I'm talking to him, and his spouse was like, basically like, if you look at things based off race, then you're racist. And I'm like, that's not true because, not everything, a lot of things are based off race. If you just because you're telling the truth about them, like, hey, this happens a lot more to people of color, or this happens a lot more to whoever else than it does to this group of people. If you're just telling the truth, you have to speak.
And people be like, you guys are always talking about race. We don't want to live that. I don't remember I'm black every time I wake up. I get reminded by somebody saying something slick. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we don't want to live like this, and we shouldn't have to. For real. Like I'm saying, why people get this?
And the fact of the matter is,
I miss the 90s, bro. I miss the 90s when they wouldn't mess with you because they feared you. And then y'all got all pussy. You're trying to be nice with people and try to, just get rid of your masculinity. Go back to the streets. Somebody calls you the N-word, show them one. You know why? And carry a fake fucking eye patch with you. Put the eye patch on, beat they ass, take it off. You know what they're going to be looking for? A nigger with an eye patch. All right? I'm over it. It's
crazy, man. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. I think this is a sad case, man. This kid right here. I mean, whether he thought he was playing or not, you don't keep dunking somebody underwater where they feel like they can't breathe and then calling them N-word and then also saying George Floyd like it's a joke. I mean, in your mind, whether you're just a dumb kid who does dumb stuff like this, whatever the case may be, well, this is going to get you some time right now. That's all it is to it. But
he ain't being a dumb kid, bro. They always try to, we were just joking. We were just playing around because it's supposed to get you out of it. You know what I'm saying? There was the one family where they're at. They're somewhere in the South. I think it was South Carolina or Florida. They ran up on a little black girl's birthday party. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? With guns. Yep. And was threatening to kill him.
Yep.
Everybody threatening to kill them. Then they get to court. That's not us. That's not us.
Call
No,
them all
bitch, that's
kinds
you.
of names. I mean,
That's you.
Guns out, everything like that.
I like
Then they
racists that
get that
stand by
life.
their racism. They be like, I don't like
They
y'all,
got
and I
that
never
life,
will.
and
I'm
they
like,
broke
cool.
down that courtroom. Remember that? They got that life, those big sentences they got. I think they got those 20-something, whatever year sentences they got, and they started breaking down that courtroom. Like, everything's not a game, you know. And the biggest victims out here when you're really looking at are the people who's pretending that they don't understand the positions that they're in to be able to do what they're trying to do. This is why they do what they're doing, because they know there's nothing else that you bring to the table other than being to say, oh, call these names or treat people like this. But then people do it back to you. Then what?
And then the whole thing is you got to watch out who you hang out with if you black too, because there's somebody shout out to the person that saved him, but a lot of times a lot of people ain't gonna save you. You're gonna be with your friends and somebody that don't look like you gonna say something sideways to you. Your friend ain't gonna defend you. If they don't defend you or say nothing about it, don't fuck with them. If they say, oh, you can't go here because my family's racist, don't hang out with them. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna come over here and play in our world, but they can always go back to what they used to be.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, and on that note, this is Uncommon Courtesy. We're going to see you next time.
Make sure y'all check us out Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Sundays at 1 p.m. for our town hall, our live town hall. Both of them are live. You guys can join in on both of them.
Yep, logos.
It's Uncommon Courtesy.